Namaste friends, welcome to Learn with Jay, empowered by Magic Needles. This day I am here with a beautiful stitch called Greene Lace, and this particular lace has shells and post trebles, both front post and back post trebles, and post cross trebles too. And this is worked over a multiple of 14 plus 4 as foundation chains. This particular piece I worked with Hobby Store DK Cake Yarn coloration. Now I shall be demonstrating with the baby cake yarn as usual. So I shall make the required number of chains and get back to you. I'm ready with 2 repeats of 14 plus 4 chains. To begin with, make a shell in the 6th chain from hook. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th chain from hook. Make a shell. Shell consists of DC chain 1, DC 3 times and DC. Chain 1, DC chain 1 2 times, DC chain 1 third time, DC. This completes the shell. Skip next 2 chains, 1 and 2, and place 1 DC each in each of the next 4 chains. Skip 2 chain and shell in the next. Skip 2, shell in the next. Shell consists of DC chain 1 3 times and DC. Skip 4 chains and again shell in the next. 1 2 3 4, shell in the next. We will be left with last 10 chains. Skip 2 chains and place 1 DC each in each of the next 4 chains. Now skip 2 chains and place a shell in the next. Now skip 2 chains and place a DC in the very last stitch. This completes row 1. Row 1 is not a pattern repeat row. Row 2 is a pattern repeat row. To make row 2, either chain 3 and turn, or turn and make a double crochet in the very first stitch. Now make a shell in the center chain 1 space of this next shell. Skip the next DC chain 1 DC and make back post treble in next 4 stitches. So yarn over twice, one in each of them. Again shell in the center, chain one space of next shell. Again in the next shell, in the center shell, chain one space, another shell. That is, each of them will have one shell. Again skip DC, chain one DC, and in each of the next 4 make back post treble crochets. Again shell in the center, chain one space of the next shell, last shell here. These stitches work very well with lacy yarns, fingering yarns. Just to demonstrate, I am using a little thicker yarn. Now place one DC in the turning chain of the last stitch here. So this completes row 2. I shall be back with row 3. For row 3, either chain 3 and turn, chain 3 counts as DC, or turn and make your standing twisted double crochet here. And shell in the center, chain one space of the next shell. Now you will do front post treble in the next post stitch. Now skip the next and front post treble in the next. Then front post treble in the skipped post stitch in the front of it, front of the previous one. And now a treble, front post treble in the next. So this is how we keep working. Next again shell in the center, chain one space of the next shell. Again in the next shell also, in the center chain one space, another one shell. Then we come to the post stitches next. So front post treble, skip one and treble and front post treble in the next. Then front post treble in the skipped post stitch from front of it, front of the previous one. Oh, sorry. Now front post treble in the next. Again shell in the middle chain one space of the next shell. and 1 DC in the very last DC here. This is how it will look after row 3. Row 4 is same as row 2. So repeat row 2. I shall repeat row 2 and get back to you. I finished the next row, which is same as row 2. Now we repeat row 3. Make a double crochet in the very first stitch, shell in the next. So this pattern has shell in the middle chain 1 space of each cell of the previous row. Shells are worked in the middle chain 1 spaces of the shells. And in the post stitches, front post, in the middle 2 you have 2 crossovers. So front post treble, skip 1, front post treble in the next. Now front post treble in the skipped stitch, now shell in the chain 1 space, again in the next chain 1 space of the next shell, 1 shell, now front post treble in the next post stitch, skip 1 and front post treble in the next. Now front post treble in the skipped stitch, front post treble in the next, shell in the middle chain 1 space of the next shell, and DC in the very last stitch. So I have made 2 repeats and this is how it will look. So this crossovers, it will cross over and go. So this is Greene Lace stitch. Thank you friends for watching this video. Please do subscribe to Magic Needles channel and do not forget to hit on the bell icon so that you are notified of the videos that we upload every day. Please do like and share too. I shall be back with yet another pattern in the next video. Bye for now. Have a great day.